So the 6D Mark II has just been announced, and there's a lot of disappointment going around. A lot of people are not happy about the fact that the 6D Mark II doesn't have 4K. I'm not going to run through the whole list of specs. If you want to know what the specs are, I'll leave a link below to B&H's website. You can have a look there. I'm sure most of you already know what the specs are anyway. But 4K doesn't shoot 4K. In all honesty, I'm not that disappointed about that. I'm not defending Canon's decision. I think it's, well, to be frank, I think it's a stupid decision because it leaves Canon open to, well, it leaves them open for other companies to take advantage of the situation. I think Sony are definitely going to take advantage of that. Nikon more than likely are going to take advantage of this circumstance as well. And Canon, it seems as though Canon just want to stay behind. Canon don't really want to do enough to accommodate the market. That's what it feels like. But I'm not disappointed about the 4K because I don't think it was ever on the cards. I don't think it was ever on the table for the 6D Mark II. In terms of video, I would have liked to have seen something like 1080p at 120 FPS, and there would have been a difference between the 6D and the 5D Mark IV, and I don't think that it would have necessarily eaten into any of the markets. I think that the 6D would have had that little unique selling point there, that it shoots 1080 at 120 FPS, and that would have made the camera enough. It would have been enough to make this camera pretty awesome in my mind. But of course, they didn't even do that. The worst thing about this camera, in my mind, is the fact that it still only has one card slot. I mean, how is that acceptable? This camera is already old. It's already like 2 or 3 years behind. It is not an up-to-date camera. This is a very, very old camera already. It doesn't have any of the specifications or the features, or it doesn't have anything that makes you think, yeah, this is something from 2017. It's already behind, straight out of the gate, already behind. I'm not really that interested in this camera. I was kind of considering maybe buying it as a backup, but with this, considering the specs and considering the features, I know for a fact it's not something that I want to buy. Why would I? There's no use. There's absolutely no benefit that this camera brings. I mean, I'd like to know what you guys think. Tell me what your thoughts are. If you think that the 6D Mark II is a fantastic addition, if you think that it's a brilliant update, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. If you think that it is a big mistake for Canon to do something like this because other companies can now take advantage of the circumstance, then yeah, let me know. I mean, I'd love to know your thoughts. Comments, suggestions, please leave them below. Keep in touch. Please check out my Patreon page. Also, if you want to pre-order the camera, I'll leave a link below to B&H's website. You can, of course, have a look at the camera, the specs and whatever. If you're interested in it, then by all means, go nuts. Anyway, thank you again. I'll see you guys soon. That's a message I'm getting. Sorry. Anyway, thank you. See ya.